Okay, we're going to do Gary's cyclone now, and this is the base unit, and it is made from some casters from some $7.99 furniture dollies, and these are the two. Let's call them 5-gallon buckets. I'm not really sure they're actually 5 gallons, but close enough. And for future reference, I'm going to point out that both of them are virtually empty, and so now we're going to go ahead and do the rest of the demonstration. Okay. Now, here is the cyclone itself, and notice that the PVC inlet is very cleverly embedded into the edge of the bucket, which is only like 12 inches high, and it's from the pool supply store, and it's and I've got these very artistic holes in the bottom. But the next thing that goes into the procedure is this ring here that fits over this bucket, and the cyclone itself fits into that ring. Like so. Now, on top of that bucket goes a modified bucket lid with a piece of PVC epoxied onto the top, and that goes like so. Cleverly fitted to the top of the bucket. Now here we have the original shop vac, and as you can see, we have modified the motor and the filter by way of removing the lid from the shop vac and replacing it with a bucket lid that fits onto the bucket like so. Now, we connect these devices together with a couple of different hoses. This isn't quite straight. Need to straighten it out a little. Now, this hose goes from the cyclone to the shop vac module that applies the suction to the system at large. And then this hose goes to the inlet to the cyclone, and it's everything here is a friction fit, notice. And what we have here is we've got a friction fit, and this is the business end of the vacuum. And we're gonna suck out some of this sawdust here for the purposes of the demonstration. But first, of course, we have to plug in the shop vac. And we're going to turn it on now, and it's going to make a little bit of noise, but that's okay, because that's what all this is about. Okay. now I hope that was instructive from the point of view that a bunch of sawdust was sucked into the system. Okay, now let's go back to our device. We'll take it apart now. We don't need to actually take it apart, but just for the purposes of illustration, taking off the device that connects the cyclone to the shop vac system and the lid, and we're taking it apart, and notice that there's virtually nothing there because, of course, all those holes are there. And then we're going to take off the motor, which goes to what was originally the shop vac. And this would be normally completely full of sawdust. But now let's look. Okay, now in the bucket that was the original shop vac, there's very little residue. It doesn't even shake out. But in the bucket under the cyclone, we've got all of this debris, this sawdust and stuff. And that proves the genius of this design. Any questions? Please ask.